as it pertains to our trips. We are obviously pastors of a local church, but we also have a church planting arm of this ministry, like we have a book ministry. We have House of Bread, is what it's called. We have Indigenous Agape, which is our indigenous church planting, school planting, outreach missions arm of the local church. It impacts more than just the Cherokee tribe where we are here in Cherokee, North Carolina, or even my wife's tribe, the Crow Creek tribe in Fort Thompson, South Dakota, where we have a second church plant happening called Life Church. We have impacted tribes in the 12 regions that the Bureau of Indian Affairs divides the tribes up into. Many people do not know this information, and so we want to break it down, our strategic plan for reaching every reservation with a physical visit and whatever else Jesus wants to do, and all the tribes with faith books and prayers where we physically couldn't go to a reservation. So the Bureau of Indian Affairs is the arm of the U.S. government that oversees the relationship between nations within this nation. There's 575 federally recognized Native American indigenous nations who have their own culture, their own languages in many cases, flags, ways of doing things, religions other than Christianity in some cases. And so in those 12 regions, we have the Alaska region. More tribes live in Alaska than almost the entire continental U.S. It's like 231 tribes. There's one reservation. There's reasons for that. We won't go into all that in this video. And we've reached one of those Alaskan tribes with books. We haven't physically set foot there here. The Eastern region, the one we're in now, we've reached 17 tribes. There's more than those 17, but we've touched 17. In the Eastern Oklahoma region, we've impacted 5 tribes. In the Great Plains region, 13. In the Midwest, 17 tribes. In the Navajo region, 1 tribe. In the Northwest region, 13 tribes. Pacific region, 16. Rocky Mountain region, 4. Southern Plains region, 17. Southwest region, 10. Western region, 4. That doesn't make a lot of sense to you if you don't know what all of these regions and things are, but just so you know, we're working off of a map that goes from Alaska all the way to Florida. If you look at it from a state's position, most states have a reservation. There are 14 states out of the 50 that do not, so 36 do. We've impacted 28 of those states with a personal visit or our faith books, some meaningful impact in some way. The states that have a reservation that we have yet to get into, there's 8, and that's Colorado, Connecticut, Illinois, Indiana, Maine, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Wyoming. 14 states do not have a tribe or a reservation, and that's Arkansas, Delaware, Georgia, Hawaii, Kentucky, Maryland, Missouri, New Hampshire, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Vermont, West Virginia. But we have touched many states, 28, that do have a reservation or a tribe. And in some cases, we've reached like over 2,500 salvations on our trips, and we've reached every reservation in the following states: Alabama, Florida, Iowa, Louisiana, Mississippi, Nebraska, North Carolina, South Dakota, and Virginia. We've reached some in Arizona, California, Minnesota, Nevada, New Mexico, North Dakota, and Oklahoma. We're hoofing it. We're getting it done. We're about a fifth of the way done, depending on how you look at it. So it's about a 5.5 year, 6-year plan. We'll see. God could speed that up. But in our region, we're almost done. We have 2 trips left to the Northeast and the New York tribes. So once we get there, we'll have finished every reservation in the Eastern region, which is about half the country. It's the largest land region, but it has the fewest tribes because everyone was marched west is pretty much the gist of it. And we all know that if you've been to school at all, that you were probably told that. Let me give you the names of the tribes we have impacted as far as a physical set foot on. the Eastern Band of Cherokee of North Carolina, Crow Creek, Sisseton, Wahpeton, Catawba. Those two were in South Dakota, Catawba, South Carolina, Rappahannock of Virginia, Upper Mattapony, Chickahominy, Eastern Chickahominy, Pamunkey, Nansemond, Monacan of Virginia, the six Seminole Florida tribes, and the Miccosukee in Florida, the Caddo, Coyote Valley, Pinolville, Poma Pit River, Hopland, Manchester Pomo, Potter Valley Pomo, Redwood Valley, Little River Pomo, Sherwood Valley, Gidville Pomo, all of California, as well as the Groton and Sebastopol Indian Rancheria of California, the Yurok of California, and that's the ones of California that we've reached. Going back over here to South Dakota, Lower Brule. In Louisiana, the Cusheta, Chitimacha, Tunica, Biloxi, Jenna. In Mississippi, the Choctaw. In Alabama, the Forge Creek. In Oklahoma, the Wichita, Caddo, Delaware, Kiowa, Comanche, Apache, Muskogee Creek, Chickasaw, Sac and Fox, Kickapoo, Cheyenne, Arapaho, and the Cherokee. In Nebraska, the Winnebago, the Cheyenne River, Flandreau, Rosebud, the Winnebago of Nebraska. In South Dakota, Winnebago, the Winnebago in Nebraska. Let me read my own writing. Cheyenne River of South Dakota, Flandreau, Rosebud, Pine Ridge, Yankton, Standing Rock, all of South Dakota. Going back to Nebraska, Omaha, Santee Sioux, Ponca, over to New Mexico, the Navajo, the Isleta Pueblo, the Laguna Pueblo, the Acoma Pueblo, the Zuni Pueblo. In Nevada, the Fort Mojave. In Arizona, Hualapai, right on the rim of the Grand Canyon, led somebody to Jesus right there overlooking at sunset their Grand Canyon land holdings. Let's see here. More in Oklahoma, the Osage, Seminole, Iowa, Citizen, Potawatomi, Absentee Shawnee. In Kansas, the Sac and Fox, the Iowa tribe, the Prairie Band, the Kickapoo. More in North Dakota, the TAT, three affiliated tribes, the Standing Rock and the Sisseton. Excuse me, the Sisseton. Some of those tribes cross over states. Some of those tribes are multiple tribes. But you get the gist that we're working off of a predictable map. This tribe, this trip that I'm filming during this video is on the Sisseton Wahpeton Reservation, in particular, where the largest door has opened yet of those 76 reservations that we've touched already. We've sent books to that many and more other tribes where we haven't physically got yet, or they don't have a reservation. But focusing on this trip, the large doors open where we've led the district chief. There's 7 districts in the Sisseton Wahpeton, their Dakota Sioux tribe. And we've led one of the district chiefs to Jesus unknowingly, just being who we are. Last September, he was working on his car at the end of his driveway for them to receive Jesus. He oversees the tribe. And we got with him just a few months ago. And he said, yeah, we want people to come teach us. So we're going to rent out the gymnasium and impact the tribe. And a lot of great things are happening. So we've paused some of the other trips to invest in this trip to go back and see what God does when a large door opens. So we'll show up, pop up prayer, pray for the chief, pray for the tribe, pray for the maintenance guy, whoever will let us. And then from there, we just let God be God. And this is an instance where we were doing that. And they said, come back. We want more. So keep us in your prayers. We're praying for you. Come go with us. Be a part of these trips. Thousands of miles from 3 hours north of San Francisco to Miami, down to Louisiana, all the way up to North Dakota near Canada. And, hallelujah. Not cheap, tens of thousands of dollars invested. And we've been doing this for since December of 2023. And then the books, January 2022. So anyway, guys, we are making an impact. And the steam is rolling down. Its momentum is building. And we want you to get in with us in this first fifth of our efforts, so that you can walk with us through the fifths of the efforts and be one of a few to say, I've been to all of the tribes. I've impacted Indigenous America with Jesus, and Matthew 24:14 is true as far as they're concerned. This gospel has been preached to their tribe as a witness. Now, Jesus, you can come. So we're actually speeding up the return of Jesus as we take these trips. We love you. We're praying for you. We'll see you soon.